spoken to everybody concerned on this issue before the election. Spoken completely. There are those of us who oppose the reappointment of Mahmood. The person who nominated him for appointment is a member of Tinubu's camp. So what are you expecting? Success?
That was Rotimi Chibuike Amaechi, former governor of Rivers State, former minister of transportation, speaking after the 2023 general election, in which Professor Mahmood Yakubu disappointed most Nigerians, including the former minister. And you heard him very clearly talking about that when the time to reappoint Mahmood Yakubu came, that he was among those who opposed the reappointment of Mahmood Yakubu. But the person that nominated Mahmood Yakubu was from the Tinubu camp. And this was back in 2020. And Mahmood Yakubu then worked in such a way to favor the Tinubu camp in the outcome of the election. So Amaechi was telling us that Mahmood Yakubu worked in favor of the camp that nominated him for reappointment in 2020. Why is this important? This is important because as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has now nominated, now by himself, has appointed Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan as the new INEC Chairman. Do you think that Tinubu will appoint somebody who will not favor him? If he could be so foresighted as far back as 2020 to facilitate the reappointment of Mahmood Yakubu, apparently looking forward to benefit from the reappointment 3 years later, in which many people believe that he benefited. If you are in doubt, look at the national honor, the national award he has given to Mahmood Yakubu, who conducted the most shambolic and what many people consider the worst election in Nigeria's history. Somebody who told the whole world repeatedly that there will be electronic transmission of results, and that if there is a debate, if there is an argument between the result from the polling unit and what was uploaded in the IRIF, that the IRIF takes precedent over that. And on election, when the time comes for the coalition of result, he jettisoned the IRIF result and did only manual. Yet, the president found him worthy in character and conduct, and even praised him that he had conducted free and fair election. Of course, that's not unexpected, since he was a beneficiary of the election that Mahmood Yakubu conducted. He gave him a national award. So that being the case, what is the future of the next election? If Tinubu, as national leader of APC, was able to influence Mahmood Yakubu to be appointed, apparently looking forward to benefit from his appointment. Now that he is the buck stop at his table, he has appointed Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan. What made you think that this man will conduct free and fair election, and that he will not favor Tinubu. What made you think so? What is the guarantee? What is the guarantee? I've seen the opposition cautiously welcoming him. I've seen the excitement of the APC camp and all that. But given what you know now about how Mahmood Yakubu was given reappointment and the role Tinubu played in it, and what he eventually benefited in the outcome of the 2023 election, do you sincerely believe that this Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan, who Tinubu described as apolitical, and who his state governor, Governor Ododo, described as a man of integrity, will conduct an election in which he will not favor Tinubu? The problem is that there is really nothing democratic about the process of the appointment of INEC Chairman. And that is one thing that Nigerians need to work on. The idea that the president of the country is constitutionally empowered to appoint the INEC Chairman is deeply flawed. I don't know where they got that idea from, but the truth of the matter remains that he who pays the piper dictates the tune. Being INEC Chairman is one of the critical positions of democracy. But the process that the INEC Chairman in Nigeria is appointed is deeply flawed. There has to be a better process of appointing INEC Chairman. Perhaps the best way is to go and look at the West report on the process of appointment of INEC Chairman. But even that is off, or handing it over to the National Judicial Council and all those kind of things may not be the best way. I believe that one of the best ways to do it is to totally remove the INEC Chairman position from the hands of the government, so that people can contest the election to be INEC Chairman. There will be people who run a campaign, run election to be elected INEC Chairman. A process needs to be discovered whereby those who are interested to be INEC Chairman, they will run election like other Nigerians seeking public office, so that they will be able to understand the weight of the responsibility on their shoulder. Right now, the new INEC Chairman is feeling that the responsibility had been put on to him by Tinubu. And Tinubu has put him in a very lucrative position, whether you like it or not, because INEC Chairman is not a small position. Okay? He has been put in a position of power, whether we like it or not, by just the president announcing him and telling the Senate to confirm him. Okay? And he's going to get confirmed by the Senate, no doubt about that. But if the INEC Chairman is to run for election, those who are interested, let them run for the election as independent candidates, and Nigerians will be made to vote for whoever they think should be the INEC Chairman. When that candidate emerges as INEC Chairman, I can bet you he will conduct an election in which the incumbent president will be easily defeated because he doesn't owe anything to the president. He doesn't owe anything to the group that lobbied for him to be appointed. He would have owed his appointment, his emergence, to the Nigerian public, to the electorate who voted for him to emerge as INEC Chairman. And he will do what is right for the Nigerian people. But a situation where the INEC Chairman is being appointed by the president and they will just gather the Council of State. We have never had a situation where the INEC Chairman nominated by the president, the Council of State rejected it. They just rubber stamp what the president won, and then the rubber stamp National Assembly would approve it. So if we continue in this pattern, we are not deepening our democracy. So we need to democratize the process of the emergence of INEC Chairman and remove it from lobbyists and remove it from the president. Because look at the story that Amaechi told us there, that he belonged to the camp that didn't want Mahmood Yakubu to be reappointed, while Tinubu belonged to the camp that want him to be reappointed. And he was telling us that was an insider story. Who knows the insider story that brought up this Professor Joash now, Amupitan? Do we know the insider dealings that went on in his emergence? But all we know is that Tinubu, being a shrewd politician, is not going to appoint anyone that will turn against him in the election. And that is why it is concerning the process of the emergence of the INEC Chairman. I don't know what you think about this, but whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.